Hi, my name is Kyle Labose. I'm here with some of the members from the organization Center for New Community, a really great organization that pushes back against hate and kind of shines a light on hate in the immigration debate. So I'll let them both introduce themselves. Who are you?
Hi, my name is Chloe Cooper. I'm a field organizer with Center for New Community.
And my name is James Johnson. I'm also a field organizer with Center for New Community.
Okay, so why don't you guys tell me a little bit about what the Center for New Community does?
Center for New Community is a national civil rights organization. We've been around for the last 10 years, obviously not me personally. We primarily educate, expose, and develop actions against the John Hampton Network, which is an anti-immigrant network. Maybe a lot of you have already heard of it. And it's the network that actually we have identified as that which pushes the anti-immigrant move in this country. Some of the work that we do is around educating the public through media and trying to keep journalists accountable to accurate reporting on immigration.
Is there anything to add?
Yes, and we've also been doing a lot of work within the African American community because immigration is not a topic that has really been discussed much within the African American community. But what we do is we talk to African American and black leaders around the country and show that immigration also affects the black community, particularly immigrants and refugees that have come here to the United States that are a part of the African black diaspora, whether they're from Africa, Central and South America, or the Caribbean, and to be able to have a voice on immigration from a black perspective as well. And one of the things that we know is that many of these anti-immigrant organizations that are pushing this anti-immigrant agenda are also have connections with white nationalist organizations as well. And so those organizations have never been allies of the African American community. And yet, one of the things that we need to do is to ensure that they understand the African American communities is that who these groups are and why it is that they're pushing this agenda.
And how do you think these groups are going to affect the immigration debate if it starts to heat up? Either of you can answer.
Yeah, I think that one of the things that we will see is a continuation of some of the things that we saw with the healthcare debate, where they'll go in and disrupt town hall meetings so that there's not going to be a real serious discussion on immigration. I think that one of the things that emboldens the white nationalist movements is that they were successful in the 1920s with the Ku Klux Klan and stalling immigration legislation at that time. And I think that what they're looking for is a repeat of that this time. But because of the work that we've done, as well as working with other organizations within different communities, people understand what it is that these organizations are really out to try to do.
Excellent. Do you have anything else you want to say?
Just one thing that I think is important about exposing the John Hampton Network right now is that sometimes we think of white nationalists or white supremacists as these extremists who are out, in little margins of the country talking and making agendas about the future. And the John Hampton Network has actually been able to insert their messages of bigotry into the mainstream and dominate a debate that should be one that is centered around human values. And I think as long as there's a white nationalist dominating our debate around immigration, there's no way we can have a debate that has to do with human values, which is hopefully something that we all stand for. So I think we can all agree that there's no room for organized bigotry in the debate on immigration. There's no room for organized bigotry in the debate on the environment. And as young people, I hope that we can stand together and know that also not doing anything about it and not learning about it is also passively consenting to in a sense, organized bigotry and white nationalism. So I hope we can work together more.
You mentioned youth, Chloe. I work a lot with immigrant youth pushing for the DREAM Act. Do you guys have any message for migrant youth out there?
I think that most importantly is to remember that you do have allies in this fight, and that even though people aren't immigrants or migrants, that many of them are on your side as well. So make sure that you go out and you actually talk to people, not just within your own circle, but also go out and talk to people where you may not actually realize that you have allies.
And I would like to say that I think the struggle that Center for New Community has been engaging in for a long time is also one that seeks to defend the DREAM Act from this anti-immigrant white nationalist movement, so that it's part and parcel of the same project, same initiative.
Because we're both supportive of the DREAM Act, right?
Absolutely.
All right, thanks. Is there anything else you guys want to say?
No, just thank you, Kyle.
No, thank you both, too. Thank you very much. All right, very good.